Wheat School on RealAgriculture.com is brought to you by Syngenta Canada, Alberta Wheat Commission, and C&M Seeds.
Here on RealAgriculture.com at the Canadian Grain Commission in downtown Winnipeg, we have Daryl Beswitherick. He's the Program Manager for Quality Assurance here at the CGC. And Daryl, the Grain Commission has proposed changes to the wheat classification system. Why make some changes to this?
The reason for our consultation on the wheat classes is we've heard from our customers that our overseas customers that the gluten strength of Canadian red spring wheat has changed and it's a little weak for what they like, and so we want to strengthen we want to strengthen its quality and consistency of the CWRS class as part of our consultation, and we've also heard from our domestic industry that they want more flexibility to grow different types of wheat that don't fit into our current class system, and we want to allow a little more flexibility for that.
So to do this, you're creating a new class proposing creating a new class that would take the lower gluten strength CPS wheats and CWRS wheats and possibly some others that don't fall into either of those categories right now? That's
correct. We want to, as part of the consultation, our proposal is to raise the gluten strength, the bottom end of our gluten strength for CWRS and the CPS red class to ensure consistency within those two classes. And then therefore there are some varieties that would need to be moved to this new class that we are proposing, and they would have lower gluten strength, but they would still have good baking qualities, still good milling qualities, and so that the class is still a high quality milling class, but just with a few different end-use characteristics than our current classes.
So this could be a new home for some of those U.S. varieties like Faller and Prosper and Elgin?
Yes, Faller, Prosper, Elgin, all which received interim registration at the 2015 variety registration meetings, and so they would fit into this class. In fact, we are proposing that Faller be one of the Czech varieties for this new class of wheat.
Speaking of Czech varieties, in the PGDC meetings there were some changes made to which varieties are the Czechs. Does that impact this changes to the class?
We proposed in our consultation document certain Czech varieties, and the Czech varieties are known varieties that outline the parameters for each particular class. It's the job of the Prairie Grain Development Committee to choose those Czech varieties and decide which ones will be growing on any particular year. And the Czechs change from time to time on an annual basis, but it's the Prairie Grain Development Committee, in particular the Wheat Rye Triticale team, chose to change the Czech varieties that they are going to grow for this new milling class and for the CWRS class and the CPS red class, and so that's their job to choose the Czech varieties. They don't line up with the Czechs that are in our proposal document, but they've chose to move ahead with this and be proactive and not lose the 2015 growing season for moving ahead with this new proposal. It's still, we want to hear consultation, and based on the consultation of this document, this may or may not move ahead as we've proposed, but the Prairie Grain Development Committee decided to move ahead and try and be proactive.
So these changes in many ways are about protecting the CWRS brand that Canada has in light of the gluten strength issues. There's also benefits for the CPS marketing around the world?
Yes, exactly. The CWRS, we've lost market share from our overseas buyers, and we've heard this for a couple of years now. And so we really feel that we need to get more consistency and for the CWRS class, as well as with CPS Red. There is some demand for CPS Red, but the problem is that there's a wide range of gluten strengths within the CPS Red from the current varieties that are in that class, and that causes millers and bakers issues when they go to use that product. And so we want to also add some more consistency to the CPS Red class, and then what this new class then allows us to still put the varieties that no longer fit into the CPS Red and CWRS, they have a home. There's still value with those particular varieties, but it just provides consistency to our end-use customers.
What about existing varieties? How do they get reclassified under if this proposal gets put in place?
Yeah, actually, part of the consultation document outlines the procedure in order to move varieties from one class to another, and we want to have a procedure in place to scientifically look at the data and also have these varieties that are in question grown against our current checks to ensure that they are in the appropriate class or they should be moved to another class. And so all the details are in the consultation document as far as that goes. And if an owner of a particular variety wishes to move a variety over to a new class after the Grain Commission tells them that, or informs them that the variety is potentially going to be moved, they can volunteer to move the variety over. Otherwise, we have a 2-year process where they can grow it against the current checks for that particular class, and if they meet the specifications, they can remain in the class, and if they don't meet the specifications, then they'll be moved to another class.
To the appropriate class.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the timeline for this consultation process, and then what happens after that?
The consultation is open for feedback until April 20th, and we encourage everybody to provide their written feedback to us on that by that date, and then from there, then we will review the feedback, and we will come out with what direction based on the feedback the CGC is going to go, and that'll for sure be by August 1st of 2015. There will be for sure direction as to where we're going.
That's when you'll launch a naming contest for the CPS?
Yeah, we'll have to think of a new name that still adds value to this particular class and be consistent with our others. So, yeah, we'll have to figure that out. But we'll try and probably some people will provide names within their feedback as well.
Well, thanks for your time again, Daryl.
You're very welcome.